Hi everyone, welcome to London Lens TV. It's been a while since I've done an introduction, so I thought I'd just give you a quick one as I'm sitting out here in the garden in beautiful London. You can hear the neighbours. Last week I went to the New Cross Inn to catch a couple of my favourite bands, the Backstreet Abortions and Descent, both of whom I've had on LLTV before, but I did see a band that I'd never seen before, Who Killed Nancy Johnson. I caught up with Stefan. Here's the interview. Cheers. Stefan, welcome to London Lens TV.
Thank you.
Amazing to have you on. The first time I've seen you tonight, and your band is Who Killed
Nancy Johnson.
Not Nancy Spungen, that was in my mind.
No, everybody, we get people thinking that, and we get people posting smart-ass comments like, oh, it was Sid, or it wasn't Sid, or whatever.
Yeah.
No, the band's called, it's a very long, boring story. Do you want me to tell it?
Very quick version.
Okay, quick version is, before this band, there was a band called Nancy Johnson. I joined, the sound changed, we needed a new name, so we kind of had a nod to the old band in the new name.
Okay.
And the answer to the question, who killed Nancy Johnson, is who killed Nancy Johnson did, because Nancy Johnson doesn't exist.
I still have no clue what you're on about. No, it's only because I've had a few reggae. Have you partaken of the reggae buckfast yet?
I haven't, no.
There's a bit of reggae buckfast going on. You're gonna love it.
Okay, cool.
That's the only reason
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, because you'll end up like this. Amazing. So I've never seen you tonight, as I said. Can you describe to people who have never seen you what your sound is?
It's kind of a mix of old school kind of art punk, so it goes back to bands like Wire, Gang of Four, and and mixed in with that, our guitarist comes from American hardcore, particularly from bands like Black Flag.
I was feeling a bit
Kennedys,
of that,
a bit of Dead Kennedys, and also a bit of goth coming in at times as well.
Yes.
So it's all that kind of mushed together. It's what we do. Yeah.
Stay on stage very much of the time. You're kind of in the audience.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? Are you a performer? Are you an actor?
No, I can tell you exactly where it comes from. It comes from many years ago. I saw a picture of Iggy Pop standing on an audience, and I said, that's what I want to do. And so the whole thing that Iggy did was he used to bring the performance out to the audience.
Yeah.
And so the night like tonight, where people are kind of hanging back from the stage, there's three things you can do. You can stand there and just ignore it and just carry on and do your set. You can try and get people to come towards the stage, or you can get out and take the stage to the people. And I'm lucky with our guitarist Pete, because he loves performing, and he kind of throws the guitar all over the place. And so between the two of us, there's a lot of movement going on. So I can actually leave the stage without it losing too much presence. So yeah, that's where it comes from.
So how did you become to be able to read the audience so well?
I've been doing this for a long time. I stopped for a long time because I had kids, and I was kind of sitting outside table tennis lessons and all that kind of thing in the car. And I got back into it about 2013. With another band called the Bronsons, and then joined this band, and there we go. So it's become like my main obsession. Yeah.
So what's next for Who Killed Nancy Johnson?
Next thing for us, we've got more gigs coming, and we're always open to more gigs, so if anyone has one, get in touch. We're writing new material at the moment for a new album. because our current album is kind of like a load of EPs squashed together. We want to do a new album which kind of represents the band as it is now. We've got a lot more political, there's a lot of things to be angry about, so we're very angry. And we're getting all this new stuff coming together. So the idea is to record an album by the end of the year and put that out. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so this is London Lens TV, Who Killed Nancy Johnson, Stefan's Best Of. So, quick fire, best up and coming band.
Best up and coming band is Girls in Synthesis.
Oh, who are they?
They are a London band. They're kind of, how would you describe them? They're kind of 9 Inch Nails meets Gang of Four meets all kinds of stuff. It's wonderful. They're a fantastic band. They're a 3-piece, and they're you've got a bassist and a guitarist doing the vocals. They cross the mics over, so they're singing right in each other's faces, and they get out in the audience, do all that stuff. Really good band. We supported them in Oxford, and they were fantastic.
Thank you very much. Best venue?
Best venue, my favourite venue actually shut about a month ago. It's a place called The Cellar in Oxford. I love underground venues, literally underground venues, and The Cellar had this kind of wonderful kind of 60s, it was like a setting for a 60s film where there's lots of drugs and Dracula going on, okay?
Right.
It was perfect. And it's sadly shut. Usual thing, developers, blah, blah, blah. But that was a great venue.
Best gig as an audience member in the last year?
That would be seeing, again in Oxford, seeing a band called No Problem, who are a Canadian hardcore band. The library where I saw them is another underground venue. It's a tiny place, really low ceiling, space for 40 people. They came in there and they blew the place apart. They were absolutely brilliant.
Oh, I've lost you. And best gig as an artist, yeah. You remembered for me, thank you.
We did a string of dates in France last year.
I'm going to go around here because I want to catch your voice.
Yeah, we did a string of dates in France last year, and the last one was in Toulouse, and there were about 9 bands on, all punk, and we were right in the middle of that lineup, and it was phenomenal. They had smoke, they had lights, they had people going berserk. The whole thing was terrific, and that's probably my favourite gig so far.
So I've got one more question.
Yeah.
How different do you find Europe mainland gigs to UK gigs?
I think people still come out for music in Europe. Over here it's a struggle. It's always a struggle. And like you see it in the age of the audiences. I mean, most of the audience tend to be kind of older people who kind of harking back. In Europe, you've got a lot of younger people coming. And so, yeah, that's the main difference, I think. There's just an enthusiasm for live music you don't necessarily always get among younger people here.
And they'll trudge through the snow for 3 hours, through the woods.
People moan about getting a bus halfway across London. I mean, if you're doing a gig in France, people are literally driving 3 hours to get to you. It's wonderful. Yeah.
Nice one. Thank you, Stefan.
Absolute
Looking forward
pleasure.
to seeing you again. Thank you for being on LLTV.